We got a lot to do. So all that you see in the description is just some of the stuff I got to do today. So one problem we're having, the ultra short though. First things first, let me explain who I am. My name's Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. That's who we are. And the product you're seeing there is called our ILEG. It's Infusion Light Energy Ultimate Black Cinematic. This is actually one of the best screen paints we ever developed. If you're looking at where it says on the page, I'm going to change the YouTube channel back to where we were. If you look at it where it says on the page where it says visual TV tech, that's the technology we're working on, which is the screen we showed up that was laying on the table late last night, getting that work done, testing something out at the last minute. It actually worked quite well. But the ultra short though projector we have here, and mind you, for people asking, is it rear projection? We don't even know if it's rear projection. Light pushes through it. We do know that for a fact for the screen paint. It does. Light does push through it. But I don't know about that part yet. It's not designed for rear projection technology, but I do know light can pass through, which is pretty cool. As for what is on the front of the door? Let me see. Oh yeah, so the projector we're using there, definitely using the lamp. Two things happen when you have lamps in your projectors. There's couple things that'll tell you that you do need a new lamp in the projector. One of them is dullness to the screen, the light projector dimming, and that projector is 3,600 lumens. So the fact that it's that dull literally tells me that, yeah, it needs a new lamp. Definitely. I'm trying to remember the last time that I changed the lamp on that projector. That might have been 2 years ago I changed the lamp on that projector. So that projector definitely needs a new lamp. Usually most of the time they flicker. On top of that, I think the lamp I bought was from a company. I bought it from a generic company. It was from a company that what was it? It was from a company that I got it from that I usually don't buy from. And sometimes you got to be careful when you're doing lamps from companies you're not familiar with. Sometimes they'll put lamps and they have really short lifespans on them, and you think you're getting a new one when actually it has a shorter lifespan. So you may see an image. It's from our end, it's dull. That's a 3,600 lumen projector, ultra short throw. That should be reading much brighter than that. This is the same projector I walked around in a commercial environment and pulled up anywhere I wanted to go. And again, yeah, lamp needs to be changed. So I got to put a new one in for a new lamp. Because you get the flicker, you got to know how to work know your equipment, and several things will come up. It doesn't always have to be indicator. It's going to come and tell you that the lamp has to be changed. It can basically, you can tell by looking at the image that something clearly is wrong here. Mind you, I got long throws that pick up better than that, and that's an ultra short throw. That should be picking up better than the long throw because it's right on top of the screen. The distance throw there. So that tells me right there that the lamp is dying. So either you're going to get a fade out where it starts dulling, image starts dulling, or you're going to get flickering like lights do. Light bulbs flicker when they're about to go. And that's probably going to be flickering soon too. Or basically you get the indicator that pops up and tells you, hey, lamp needs to be changed. But me being in the business for a long time and knowing this stuff, yeah, that's about to go. So we're on a dead lamp. But we just need the screen to show up. It has to be to show up, because if it doesn't show up, it doesn't pass the black paint, white paint, where we got to go against it, then we're going to have an issue with an ultra short throw. But other than that, well, the dead lamp is doing pretty good, but still, it's supposed to be way brighter than that. Again, that's 36. There's the 3,600 lumen projectors, and yeah, that's definitely replaced. Now, lamp replacement for those is pretty cheap. The most I'm going to pay for lamp replacement for that is probably about 50 bucks. That's it. So we'll get one over here, pop it out, put it all back in again, put it right back up there, and we're done. We need to expand the screen. Right now I'm over here pulling the glue off of this screen. Got to coat right back over it. Got to go back there and get more boxes. We're going to expand the screen over because we're going to do a dual projector setup. I want to show you ultra short throw and long throw, and you'll see it. You don't see it now, but when you see the long throw in eco mode at 25, and this is 36, right on top of the screen, you'll see the difference. You'll say, oh shoot, the screen is lamp's about to go. Yeah, it's dull. That's the first thing. As people contact me and say, well, what if they think they don't understand that sometimes a flicker, an indicator going off, might not It's happening, but you can't see it. Some people can't see it until the indicator pops off. I've been around these projectors for a long time. I've had a lot of these projectors. I can tell when they're about to go. That's about to go. That's a dull image. You gotta be careful about lamps. You do. You gotta be careful about lamps. I've learned all kinds of stuff on buying lamps that you gotta be careful about what kind of lamps you get. Now I've bought some generic ones. You know, we gotta buy a name brand. No, you don't. You have to buy a name brand. You can buy generic. Generic lamps. I bought some generic lamps that were just fine. Then I got some other ones at the end of the day that didn't go too fine at all. So we got to remove all the glue off of here, so we can paint over all this, because I need to expand the screen size. These are not panels, but we use these instead. I actually kind of like these better. These thinner ones, much better than the bigger panels we have over there on the original screen, because these show less seam. We'll get all this off of here. That one's done. We're going to expand it because I want to basically put in a bigger screen. I want to do a dual projector setup. This one's off and this one's off here. And then finally, I'm in the website doing some work, getting that done, because we need to get that finished, get that completed. And I have ultra short though tests to do. Unfortunately, we're on a dull lamp, but we're going to be doing ultra short those. Once the lamp comes in, we're definitely going to be showing up ultra short those all the time. But I got lots of fun doing ultra short those. The projector mapping, when I run through ultra short those and push it right through the screen. So I have to show that off for companies who have ultra short those. Now, what we showed off last night, that was something interesting, because that is the AdTech, but it's a screen that we built. It's not the average screen. It's something we built different, just to see what the reaction we could get off of it. And it came out quite nice. So I told you before, I want to start building my own screens. That's what I want to get into. Oh, this definitely has to come up. This is definitely. Ooh, I'm going to be right. I must not hit a vein and kill myself. Test for me today is to be able to work on the site, because I need to document this and not chatter. That's my biggest problem. I'm sitting having conversations with someone, walking over to the phone and say, "What is wrong with you? Stop talking so much. We got work to do. We got so much work to do. It's not even funny." I mean, I got a lot of it done, because we've been doing back-to-back testing. Mind you, all the videos you see pop up on YouTube, they go to Facebook. All that stuff goes to different social media sites. I have to re-upload over and over again. I do so much of it, it's not even funny. Let me see. Not do well. Buy me. Get over here. Oh, I forgot we expanded this stand, because we had to do the table setup. And we got to do that. Now, here's the best way to put it. If you don't like what I do, whatever I say, not for you. If you are about what we do, then what I say is for you. So, if you feel that leaving every time I show something, it's not for you. We already know it's not for you. Remember that, okay? God knows what you're thinking before you think it. Ooh, thank you so much. We got an inquiry about a company, about our new technology. What? That's a big screen. Oh, we can cover that with no problem. That's definitely going to take it. Wow. That's huge. That's a big screen. No, that is a big screen. That's got to be about 1,000 inches. That one was as big as the church we did. That's a big screen. We can get that in no time at all. But like the demonstrations we did, we covered the boxes up there. They chatting it up. We just were over here showing our stuff over there. I mention it so you know automatically. Your pop, it doesn't bother us. Again, everything goes as it always does. We've been doing this for a long time. Nothing changes. Except for our technology. That's it. Doesn't dampen my day. I got so much stuff. I'm so busy. I got so much on my head that I don't entertain the dumb nonsense. We just handle it how it has to be handled. That's it. So no, it doesn't do anything at all. Period. It's sad because wherever you're at doing that, that shows how much time you're wasting your day doing absolutely nothing but that. When I'm over here doing something with doing progress. See what I mean? See the difference between the two? Me and the hater? I'm working, I'm doing progress. I'm making strides to have better things in life. And you are just popping in and out of YouTube channel, which means that basically today, that's all you're doing. You're getting paid for that? No. You're improving your skill level in life? No. What are you doing? Dumb stuff. There you go. So I win. So all you do is just show me that I win. When you do that, when people do dumb stuff around you and you're doing positive stuff, you're showing them at the end of the day, you win. And they're showing at the end of the day that they just lose on every level because, again, that's all you're doing. And anything positive. You ever heard the best revenge? We don't believe revenge, but they said the best revenge is success. Yeah, do something positive with your time. Do something better with your time. But if your day is basically a grown man popping in and out of a YouTube channel while I'm sitting there building web pages, developing new technology, that tells you right there. That's why you'll be there and I'll be here. That's why. You don't do anything productive. If I got time to waste like that, I'm doing something else. Now, yesterday, we had a conversation about the whatchamacallit, which I deleted. We don't entertain these videos. I say what I have to say and move on. And then at the same time, I developed a new screen for the table, which I sent to a bunch of companies. And that's why we got the inquiries today. See, I take every bit of my time and get something out of it. Even I can sit here and I can crush my enemies with one hand and develop new technology in the next hand. And the day after that, develop new technology to make my enemies even more angrier. So that's what I do. I take every bit of advantage and use it for something positive. So let me see here what I want to do here. All right, scrapey. I got to get this thing done. That projector generates heat like there's no. I can actually feel the heat from here like cheese. Let me see. What do here? This is done. I got business cards to make. I'm doing the metal cards. I'm definitely doing the metal cards. I'm not doing the other cards. Cost me roughly about $22 a pop, and they were expensive. They were super expensive. The freaking clears. I'm going digital. I'm getting a metal card. Metal cards are a little money, but I'm getting them. And my card's titanium, so you know that's what's going to cost me. But it's worth it. So at least I don't have to give out cards. I just tap your phone, bam, 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 bam. But I better not lose that thing because it's a very expensive card. But it's worth it because now I never have to say I ran out of cards. So bam, tap your phone. Say what? Can't find my card. Remember Living Color? Wait, got the business card? Bam! My cards are digital. I paid for one. Because every time I turn around, I got to keep buying more cards and buying more cards and buying more cards. It's just, and I can program these cards the way I want. Instead of me going in and basically every time I got to change something, I got to change the entire business card. So this, I got option over that. I can program and control my apps and all that stuff. And I do programming, so I'm going to have a field day with that sucker at the end of the day. And with all the 3D applications, I can have you go to the site and put menus up on it. Oh, yeah, I went digital for my cards. Heck yes. It's expensive, but it's definitely worth it in the long run because you'll spend so much money on cards. This is all the posting that I have to do when I'm on YouTube. This is where I'm at. I'm on my other channels posting. Start spreading the news. New York, New York. So everything I post here gets posted there. And mind you, I own 13 of these pages. I own 2 forum sites, and I'm on multiple forum sites, but you got to get back over there and show, because they're like, yo, where you been at? You got anything new you're working on? Vivistorm, I'm on Vivistorm site. Actually, I'm on a lot of projection screen companies. I'm on their sites because they like watching our stuff, see what we're up to. So yeah, all this stuff is posted there. So if you think just because it's on YouTube, some people think, oh, you're just posting. No, no, no. I'm everywhere. Look, man, I went in my search engine optimizer and I did the application process to submit my domain name to multiple search engines. I have search engines I applied for overseas. My stuff is everywhere. But if you don't know how to work your website, mine, the other one had Wix. He had a Wix account just like me. We both had the same account. You see the difference in my webpage versus his? He wasn't logging in and showing you how to basically do your search engine optimizer, advanced settings. Oh, he wasn't showing you none of that stuff. Drag and drop, manipulate videos. You can go in there and basically put color borders around them, make them go visible transfer. He wasn't showing you that. So he didn't know how to work his own freaking site. That's why when I know people don't know how to work their site, the templates that come with it has an introduction that comes up. The introduction, what most people do, if they don't know how to write their own stuff, they will take out whatever company's name they put in the introduction for the template and put their own name in there. That's what they'll do. And that's what I saw. I said, oh, shoot, he doesn't know how to write a page. Yeah, so everything here is there. And this is on multiple sites. Multiple sites. Multiple. I'm not get time for that because I got things to do over here. Yeah. All right. This is up. This is up. This is good. This is good. That's done. Oh, snap. I wish I had some glue sticks. Let me see. What have we got here to do? So, yep. I think I got 12,000 videos. I probably got more than that now. I gotta check my account. See how many we got now. I had 13. Hopefully we had 13. I'm trying to reach that 20,000. And now, advertising here on here at the end of the day, I'm gonna have a showroom pretty soon. So I'm gonna have people that are gonna be marketing my technology out there. People are going to be advertising their technology in there. I got reps that'll be going to the businesses and showing off sample sheets and paint downs of our technology in big companies, pushing all that and channeling it right through that showroom. And you think at the end of the day, your little videos can stop us? No, please. You're so far ahead of everybody else, it's not even funny. That's my next stage. And I got people want to come on board and help me out with anything I need because they saw that technology, so we got to be a part of this. I got people asking, am I getting stock? Absolutely not. That's the reason why I sat there and said from the door before all this crazy went down, you never do stocks, ever. Stocks, yes, we'll build your company to the roof, but man, anything happens, oh man, you're in a nightmare at the end of the day. Don't get board of directors, don't get stock, keep it simple, that's what you do. And telling people that you start a business, the first thing I'm gonna do is get in the stocks. Don't do that, man. Anything can trigger off reactions to stocks, man. You can lose your entire business to stocks. Got 90% of your shares in the stock? Are you insane? I never do stock. I've said this multiple times to people. I don't do stock. There you see why. Now, you think with all the tariffs and all that stuff going on, has it affected my company? No. My company's Christian based. Here's what people got to understand: the glory of God. You think God can't control like tariffs? At the end of the day, you think a Christian company is going to be affected by that? Not if God's involved. It's not. That's our shield. That's our protector. I'm not fazed by one bit. It's not even touching me. It's not messing with any of my clients. Nothing at all. Period. Christians are taken care of. Yeah, that'd be like the Lord to say, yeah, serve me, worship me, and I'm going to promise you the absolute worst of all that life can give you. Yeah, that's the devil. That's not God. God is merciful and good to his people. And for those people saying, well, I don't believe that, I'm a perfect example of that. Of a person who hated God, and he could have destroyed me anytime he wanted to. And he didn't. Now I'm here before you have this conversation. Perfect example of that. I got it right, Tom. Wow. Yeah, perfect example of that. I was watching I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Where the pimp came out of the prison. I don't get. Don't they have TV? They have TVs in there. When you be to change it at the time when you were in there, like okay, this is what they're wearing now. You didn't even feel that. They updated. That guy came out of wearing the clothes from the 70s. Oh my god, I couldn't stop laughing about that. The fish tanks. Oh my goodness. And somebody tell me the style had changed. Stop laughing about that. That's a hilarious movie. And the guy had all those guns. He slipped on. One bullet was his demise. It was a bullet. He slipped on a bullet. Oh well. That was funny. I'm gonna get you a second. That was a good movie. I also watched some old movies back in the day. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. He slipped on one bullet. Shot himself to death. Everybody was staring at him when he was loading up. Like, what are you using all that for? Okay. Uh-oh. Here comes the eraser. Captain got that eraser. That's the eraser speed. Looking for something here. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking for something I need. Hopefully we find it. Oh, we definitely need these. I'm glad we actually bought these because we needed these for something. Man. We're not doing the test right now. I'm just running the projector and everything. I literally technically shouldn't have it on because I don't know when it's going to go out. But when the lamp gets here, we'll show you the before and after effect. And on top of that, let me expand the screen size. I'll show you that, yeah, a long throw picks up brighter than that. And that shouldn't be so because those are ultra short. Those should pick up more bright. Right on top of the screen. I will not be having that issue. Why is it when we find these things we don't find? Cool. Hey. Come on, yeah, go in. I'm getting cooked. Let's see. Where's my match? Somewhere. Where are you? Here, always come back somewhere. You're a jerk, Taco, and that's why you're going in. Come on. Come on. Doing too much already. Come on. Let's go. Always doing too much. Come on. You are. You're always doing too much. Too much all the time. Come on. Back in. That's right. Now we're going. Back in. Always doing too much. There's a bit. Shut. All right. Let me see. See this baby off. Now it held. Lamp on that. Gotta get that scraped off. See if we have any of them left. Big question. Do we have any of them left? We just need one. Working on my screen expansion. Getting that finished. cycles. We could have used cycles there. Huh. Looking for that. So with that video finished, with that done, by the time I get my walk in today, I don't even know about that right now. I got way too much to do. Probably around in the afternoon, I'll probably kick it in, get it in. I try to get it every day. Try to get my walk done every day. Tell you one thing, fix my back issue, so I'm not having that anymore. Yeah, if I want to do extra curls, and some say, you better stop, you better stop. And I'm like, come on, man, we got a couple more to go. We got this one to go pop. I'm like, oh, that's not a good sign. So, took a Motrin, I went to the walk. Now I feel fantastic. I feel great. Listen to the voice. When the voice starts speaking, you got to listen to that voice. Because last time I listened, they put me in a chair for at least about a day or so. Back pain ain't a joke. A lot of people sit there and say, oh, that's an old man. No, no, no. Young people get back pain too. They get it the worst. Because you know why? Because they got a habit of thinking they have immortality. They think they can just lift anything without bending their knees. And they want to snap their back in a minute. You've seen them, you know, I'm about to be moving for the first time on a moving truck. And I keep telling you, lift with your knees, lift with your knees, lift with your knees. I'm suckers up, baby. Just jerk it up. I'm like, okay. Keep on playing. They be coming up to you all quiet, like, hey, you got anything like some Motrin or something? Or something like, I'm in a lot of pain. Like, what did you do? Or something. Yeah, and mind you, once you pull that particular nerve, that nerve will remind you often to remind you. It's like the back is an unforgivable area in your back, in your body. It will remind you that it's there. But I've had a lot of back injuries, especially hockey and other aggressive sports. So, you know, I've been blessed to. I get back massages, foot massages, all that stuff. So you're even what you wear at the end of the day, your sneakers and stuff can cause you back problems. That's why I like to get out and walk. That's why all these people down here got desk jobs. Most people got desk jobs. There's a lot of offices around here. So you'll see them when you go out there walking. Well, where I go out there walking, I'll see them. And they will be out there just taking long walks. So downtown's got fantastic hills. And it's like being on a treadmill. They'll be out there walking. They'll keep that circulation going. Because, you know, some of these jobs you can't just get and walk out. Man, I don't want company. If I want to just get them, just leave them, just walk somewhere. But you can't. You're just on that desk all day long, and when lunchtime comes, that's the only time they get a chance to get up there and stretch them legs. They should give them, maybe some of them, I've seen some of them a little bit more than that. Maybe they get breaks so they can go out and walk, but that's what you should do. Yeah, people who sit down and work all the time, that's bad circulation right there. You can get all kinds of problems. You get blood clots and heart problems and everything else. Especially if you're eating something you're not supposed to be eating. Like I said, every single day since I've been walking that strip, I know it's the same group of people that go over and get pizza from the same spot. I can see people go there once in a while and get a pizza here and there, but it's every day. Every day. And counting by the size of the boxes, they're not small, they're mediums. You're eating a medium pizza every single day. You know how dangerous that is? That's heart attack city waiting for you. And they're not fit. They got the stomach and everything hanging out. Yeah. Now, if you're bodybuilders eat kind of stuff like that sometimes for protein. They eat all kinds of stuff they build for protein, but there's a different type of bodybuilders. I got a bodybuilder. My friends of mine are bodybuilders. They eat hamburgers and all that stuff, eat it for the protein. To bulk up, which they don't need to bulk up anymore. They really don't. But anyway, that's their pain. They're always going to be bigger. But some bodybuilders are really, really into like, they'll eat like, they won't eat this and won't eat that. They're all about whatever goes into their body, so like that. They won't touch any of that. You got different types of people eat from different appetites. Me on the other, I'm a poster child for what not to do. I eat all kinds of jacked up stuff, but I work out every day. I like to work out. I enjoy it. Most people don't want to get them. I really enjoy working out. I love it. It's one of the things I missed the most when I got sick was working out. I love doing push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, curls, chin-ups. I love all that stuff. I love to work out. I do it as much as I possibly can. Anytime I get push-ups in, I do it as much as I possibly can. I love doing push-ups. Oh, man, I love doing push-ups. when I was over at the carrying place, man, I was doing push-ups. They had a gym back there. Oh, I gotta see if they want to sell some of those weights. But anyway, they had the old-fashioned weights, man. But anyway, I was back there I do push-ups as much as I can. I love doing push-ups. But then, you know, you got to get that look at the end of the day. People who don't work out, people who don't want to eat right, you know, they want to sit there and judge it. They're like, oh, he's just showing off because he can do a push-up. I need to buy a giant fly tapper one day. Oh, I need a big one. I need a big fly tapper that's attached to a machine. But the next one, when it comes on, the guy goes dark and go, oh no. What? Everybody's getting blown across the street and everything from the sonic boom. That's the fly tapper. He's in my zone. Look. And they come up there, and then they get subconscious when they're buying junk food around you. Like, I had a person with a little overweight next to me, and she was subconscious about buying a bag of chips. And I was like, what's your problem? She was like, why you keep staring at me when you're getting the chips? Like, I'm not judging you. I don't care. I ate that. At the end of the day, I eat worse than your kids. So I do eat worse than your kids. And when she saw the stuff I ate, like, on a regular basis, like, oh, my God, how are you still alive? No, it just works. It just works with my chemistry. Like, you know what I had yesterday? The only thing I think I ate yesterday was had a bag of those fries. Those fries they have. They make them like they make like chili flavor or whatever. I had a bag of those, and I had a half a gallon of iced tea, peach tea. And I like to have something sweet, so I had 2 packs of Twizzlers. That's what I ate yesterday. That's really what I ate. That's what I eat. Once in the blue moon, I might go in and have a sandwich or a bowl of spaghetti. Whatever. It's rare, and I just snack. That's what I do. And I go to the hospital. I got a bill of health. Breathing's perfect. Low salt. Heart's in good condition. Yeah, but I eat like a 5-year-old. Whatever randomly pops in my mind that I want to eat, that's what I eat. Now, I can't do the whole late at night thing anymore because I get jacked up. I got that acid reflux disease. But yeah. Whatever I want to eat. Now, people kill me when they do that diet thing. Like, you eat whatever you want to eat, and you'll still lose weight. No. You have to work out. You got to burn it off. How are you going to burn it off the weight? You're just going to eat, and eating's going to burn it off? Are you moving your jaw? No. You got to still work out. You still got to exercise. You have to. Dynamics, we're going to have to buy more. We don't have any more glue sticks. That means we're going to have to use it the old traditional way. That's where we're going to have to do it. We can get it done. But we're persistent to get the job. That's why I'm looking for glue sticks. I don't have one. Not one glue stick. Oh, snap. I think I need some glue sticks. Yep. That's why I was in here frantically looking for. But we got a way. We'll get it done. Where there's a will, there's a way. I thought I had one in here, just one. But we don't even have this one. One is the loneliest number that you ever be. Technically, that's not true. Isn't 0 considered a number? 0 is a number. The 0 would be the loneliest number that ever be. It would be 1. 0 is technically a number. Why? But you use 0 and everything. 0 is used in all kinds of stuff. No, it's just me with you 0. That might have been a debate. Oh, fan, come on, get this thing on me. Overheating. One of the things I like when I worked out is you're 10 degrees hotter than everybody else. In the wintertime, dangerous because you can get sick extremely fast because again, you're sweating, your pores are open, and really get sick real quick. And in the summertime, your temperature goes through the roof, so you're literally hotter than everybody else. More hot. I just get in the car to make sure that my female will go on. So if I was going to be in the car, I had the AC running in the car when I got in because again, my temperature was too low. When I get there all the time, I don't even do the walk. You can do that walk with the electric truck. What range up there? I'm just a regular dude at the end of the day. I don't reason I got into this one, but I get bumping people from time to time. They say, oh yeah, you know, like you got into it, but you just trying to be big. I got into it and I got these freaking inhalers in my pocket. I'm trying to keep my lungs in shape so I don't basically die in the process. That's why I show my inhalers and that. Oh, look at the look in their face, like they feel bad for saying it. Yeah, you should be. Stop judging people at the end of the day. You got people that, even bodybuilders go through that nonsense. People look at them and they look at them like, oh, they think they're this, that. Man dedicated his life to working on something. He worked on his body with time, effort, blood, sweat, tears to get that body to look that way. You can't respect that? I can respect it. How shallow of a man you are. Men can act just like women. They do. Woman comes in with the same dress as another one, which I don't understand why they would be a topic at the end of the day. Like, I don't get that. When I talk to my sisters and friends about that, like, if a woman comes in with the same dress you kind of, how is that considered to be a bad thing? I mean, you got good taste. Like, ah, shoot, that same dress, that's what I'm talking about. You got good taste, yeah. And you feel comfortable within your own body, who cares? You know, you gotta go splash something on somebody's dress at the end of the day. Come on, really grow up. You're not kids anymore, you're adults. You pay bills, you have kids at the end of the day. Now you can sit there and tell your kids to do the right thing, and you can't even do the right thing. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And then guys do it. Guys definitely do it. Yes, they do. Guys show jealousy over other guys. Whether it be material, whether it be vehicles, whether it be jobs, whatever. But most of all, when it comes to the body, they can show jealousy. You work out, you're in good shape, and they're with their wife. I see the what do you call it? The signs. Like they'll basically walk in front of their female to block the view that she may see you, or basically they may move her in quickly into a building so she doesn't catch eyes on you. I've seen all that stuff. You pick up on it. And one thing I like about people and the human race, I like watching human behavior. I dated a psychiatrist for quite some time, and it's interesting about people and what they do. So much information they give off. I'm fantastic at poker, you know that. I can read your telltale face. Some people I can't get me. Some people I can read your secret door. It's really easy. But anyway, yeah. They do some interesting stuff, man. And I quite frankly, I don't care. I'm in my own little bubble at the end of the day. I go from A to B, do what I gotta do, and get it done. That's it. But yeah, I've had that conversation. As a matter of fact, when I was working at the job, one of the jobs I was working at, I walked over to the boss and I said, look, no disrespect in any way whatsoever to both of you, but when I talk to him only. The reason why? Because I don't want to talk to her, not saying she would do anything or cross the line. I just don't want anything to insinuate that something could have happened or could happen. So I direct everything to him out of respect. And I come to him and tell him this. I tell right in front of her, and no disrespect towards you. They respect you for that at the end of the day. Oh man, thank you so much. I appreciate you basically coming to me and addressing that to me, and shows that from her point of view, I have respect for both of them. And you know, I'm not trying to in any way or do this in any way or whatsoever. I don't know how some people read sometimes. I really don't. Anyway, so yeah. All right, Mr. Bird, we can't find nothing. We couldn't find anything. We need to do this job. We can't even stick the screen up. We don't have any food. We got to go buy food today. On the freaking Georgia coast. We don't find one freaking stick. No much. I'll be in here like looking around like, oh, there's a stick right there. Could have used that. All right, no problem. Man, can't do expansions. I don't have time to go pick up music. I don't have time. I'm too busy there right now. We literally used it on that over there, on that design over there. But I need to do for that because I had to do something for a company. So that's not going to happen. All right, whatever. Clean the screen off, get it done. I want to paint it so it's already painted. So at least we'll have that finished. That'll be one thing out of the way. I try to get as much as I can done. If I'm out of supplies, I try to get as much done as I possibly can. We're at 8:17 right now. So at least we can code it and be done with it. And that'll be finished. And then when I get time, I'll go down and pick up everything that I need and put it all together and I'll be done. Oh crap, we got some elements to look. This will work. Now that'll be good for building the base of it, but that's definitely not going to work for basically putting down the surface. How much glue do we have in the cannon? Oh, there's no glue in the cannon at all whatsoever. Alright, yeah, this is going to be the challenge of the day. We just need one glue stick and that's it. Another can't find. Watch, I dig one up later on. Like, wait a minute, where did you come from? Where did you come from? So we can definitely build the base of it, so that's good. One thing I learned that when you're building a screen involving panels, that when you paint the surface, because now the surface coating, we got this a buffer the screen, which is good. The panels will lay flat either way. Is that paint the center of where each one of your panels are going to lock together. Paint right between the middle of that, because if you don't, even if you squeeze the panels together as tight as you can, you're still going to see a little bit of white trace in there, and you got to take a fine brush and go in between that, which I had to do with those, so you wouldn't see anything at all. So the best thing to do is already coat that section there and around the corners, and then place it down. And then you already have that done, which I didn't know why I didn't do it in this one, because I literally had to go in with a fine little brush and go between it to do that. But it makes it much easier. Mine is a black screen. Anything white's going to pop up. It's going to show up. All right. I want to do some more gaming on the PS4 on here. I had some fun with that. The PS4 look amazing on here. I want to do some online of World War Z, which I've been having some fun. I got a regular group in there now that I actually game with. They're actually really, really good. They work together as a team. Not a bunch of jerks. I had to explain to my friend, her nickname is called Run Out in the Dark and Get Murdered. That's what I call her, because she literally runs ahead of the pack. And I explained to her, look, if you're going to be doing multiplayer games, you got to stick with the pack. The pack works together. We work zombie games, and people understand the way they're designed. The game is designed, if one person falls, the game intensifies. That's the way they're designed. You'll have more hordes spawning if a person goes down. If another person goes down, it intensifies. It gives you a realistic effect. It's basically that it's safety in numbers. And if your numbers drop, your safety drops. So you must stick as a team. I literally had to have this conversation with her. I said, you got to stop this nonsense. Stop running off. Because you run off, you're by yourself. You're by yourself. We have to come get you. Which means we're coming out of a zone into a more dangerous zone because you scouted ahead to try to bring you back. And we end up getting damaged in the process over that nonsense. Stop running ahead of the pack. Like, okay, I got it. Yeah, because you're murdering me in the process. You're murdering everybody else. And everybody in the team was like, yeah, you got to stop doing that. Really, you got to stop doing that. Gotta stay with the pack. Now we got a group that we game with, and man, they are freaking good. We got a person that's an explosive expert. She puts the mines out, which is really cool. Extra reinforcements. We got another person. We and her both have drones. Drones pretty much electrocute anything that goes near them, which means you can fire heavy cannons. You don't have to worry about anything attachments from behind because we have electricity. And the other guy has that this kind of riot shield. I don't know what that thing is. I couldn't, for some reason, it wouldn't hold on mine, even though I paid for the DLC, but it worked for him. It was glitchy, but that thing is no joke. You can literally push through a ton of zombies while we're inside, basically shooting wherever we want to take out. We got a fantastic team. So now we're doing the horde, because the hordes are the hardest thing to do on that game. And the hordes give you all kinds of bonuses. They give you extra weapons, extra skins. They give you better clothing, all that stuff. Oh man, it's freaking amazing. So I finally got me a crew in there, but I had to tell her from the door, stop. This is not a race at all. If you're playing Call of Duty, it's screaming daylights out of you. Like, what the freak, why are you way over there? Be out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I can imagine her in paintball. That'd be freaking hilarious. I'm turning my comm off. You run ahead of the pack? Turning my comm off. You figure it out how to get back. I'm not going out and getting you. You want to go out there and explore? Go ahead. Or the explorer, find out, see what goes on out there. I'm surrounded. Oh, hey, you figure it out. You get out of it, or you just get tagged out. That's all. Stop running the freaking head. She finally got it. She's an excellent gamer. She is. Just have to learn the rule that we work as a team. So they're in there doing some mission on the other side. My job on the other side is to grab a sniper rifle, sit back, and take out any enemies that get near them so they can get the job done. It's some of the part of the task they have to do in casino jobs as they're trying to get around these slot machines. They're trying to basically put coins in so they can activate the elevator. That's that elevator activates in the top floor. My job is to sit there because I have a drone sitting over top of me. Nothing can get around me. It's to basically take out anything that gets around them so they can work. So since we have drones, that's what we do. We use the sniper rounds. Work as a team. And then we can play it on hard levels, which we've been doing on hard levels. And the mutilators, oh my god, you put the mutilators on? The mutilators are insane. They got one of the mutilators where you can bring in all these zombies, but you can bring in a bull that can't die. It's gold, and he can't die. He'll stalk you through level after level after level, and you can't kill him. Yeah, some pretty fun stuff on there, man. I'm going to do a Survivor next. Survivor, no health packs. Figure it out, baby. Figure it out. They got one that when your team member goes down, he explodes. That's pretty funny. Oh, man. That's a pretty cool game. So yeah, she's learning. I remember the first time I was teaching her how to game. You know, people make that mistake when they're gaming. They don't know how to basically look up and down and turn at the same time. So when they run, they're looking at the ground. So they don't know how to turn the joystick up and use one for moving and one for looking up and down. They don't know how to control it. And they're like, why do you keep staring at the ground? I'm trying to get used to looking up. You got to figure exactly how much to look up and where to aim at. After a while, it kicks in. I had a teacher. She never really gamed before. She actually knows that. All right, I think I found some glue, so this will work right here, so we can build a base. I'm looking for stuff right now. That's why you're hearing stuff jingle in the background. I'm just setting up. That's what we're doing. Setting up the demonstration. That's what we're doing. Yeah, I had a lot of fun gaming. But I tell you that one time we think Gears of War, and my clan was called the Nobodies. There was a whole bunch of misfits. It was just people didn't want them to game with. They just didn't want to game with them. They got kicked out of certain people just didn't want to game with them. They weren't bad people, they just didn't want to game with them. So I took them all in. And man, we wiped the floor with some people. We had this girl that came, she was 13 years old, man. She was an excellent sniper. She was good. I mean, really, really good. Really good. She killed people from a distance. And at one point, we had a little instant that popped off in there. This is the Xbox 360. We had an instant that popped off in there. They were trying to get her banned because they were putting petitions to get her banned because they said she was cheating. Oh, I had a buddy of mine, he's a really high-end IT tech guy the other day. He fixed that nonsense. We never had that problem ever again. I'm not going to say what he does and what clan he's part of, but yeah, he's way up there. And anyway, so he fixed that nonsense. He sent out some little messages or whatever went out, and it stopped. That's dirty at the end of the day. I mean, if you're good at a game, and I heard people go through that mess. They go through that mess in gaming. If you're really, really good, people will accuse you of cheating. I got accused of cheating at a tournament. I had 20 frags a minute when I was killing people in games. You're just good at the game, that's all. That's all. Now when you're a PC, it's different. A PC, if you're cheating, they'll find out because there are people monitoring PC games. There are admin that are actually monitoring activity. They don't know if you're using software in there to actually enhance your gameplay. You will definitely get banned. But consoles are a little different. I've seen people coming in modding consoles. And one guy was playing a GTA. He couldn't be killed, but he could murder somebody halfway across the board. Like, you mean it? Come on, like, the freak? Like, where did they come from? He had all kinds of stuff. And they get caught, but it's slower to get caught on console than it is based on PC. But anyway, long story short, fantastic sniper. She was good, really, really good. And she got kicked out of every single room because, they didn't want kids in there. They don't want them in there because they figured they'd be annoying. Not all of them are annoying. Some are actually brought her quite well. So, gave her a chance. She came in, and man, we could sit out there in the middle of the board and just dance, have fun, and we would never get touched because she would kill anything that would pop up. There were people that would come in and hit the respawn button, be gone, come back in here, the cursor was in the back, like, what the freak? Like, how is that even possible? She was that good. And they got to a point they were trying to buy her from us. They were sending her year subscriptions, all kinds of stuff to get her to come over to their side, but she wouldn't go because they kicked her out of the server. She was mad. She beat the crap out of her. Boring again. Gears of War is hilarious. I freaking love Gears of War. You're in a late night talking with your buddies, doing these matches and stuff. I forgot oh yeah. One of my buddies went there, we used to be Gears of War faithfully, me and him. We were a bunch of other people in the past years. I don't know what he did. I think he walked away to get something to drink. They said, I'm going to get something to drink. I didn't even hear that part. So we all left. We were all bunkered in, getting ready for these hordes to come out, the waves to come out one by one by one. Like, where the fuck is Moy? Where's Moy? Anybody see Moy? And Moy is still on the other side of the map. And all you hear is, oh, I thought he was just cursing in the background. Nothing but cursing. Yeah, he hit a whole horde on top of him as he was running. We were on the other end of the map. And all you see him turn the corner, you see all these bullets flying behind the explosions as he was running into the bunker. I'm like, where the freak were you as I was getting something to eat? You hear me say I was getting something to eat? They started the match already. Oh man. That was a long play. That was good. Halo's another one. I gotta get to the Halo PC. Everybody said it's amazing. I gotta get to it. I got to. That's what about people never get to a PC. I gotta get to one of them. I'll get finished some of this stuff. I'm taking a month off for gaming. I'm going back to my home front. I'm setting up. I'm disappearing offline for a little bit. I'm gonna take a month off for gaming. That's all I'm gonna do is just game. I'm gonna do some online play, joke with my friends, have fun. That's what I'm gonna do. A month off for just gaming. So, long story short, we got no glue sticks, not one. We can call one. I searched everywhere, we don't have one. Alright, let's get this done. I'm gonna do the ultra short there, get that finished, get certified, get that done. I'll show you because I'll do an overlap. So overlap is I'll show the projector on, and then we'll take the Chrissy and drop it over top of it. The Chrissy's gonna be at 25, and eco mode, the 3600 lumen will not be. It'll be at its full 3600 lumens. Never be the overpowered projector at 25, but we'll show you how thin the lights come up. So basically, when your lamps are dying on your projector, the first sign is dullness. Some people go in and think it's something to do with the control. It's nothing to do with the control. Your lamp is actually in the process of dying. So it goes really dull, like really dim. Your light's about to go dim before they die. Like headsets, whatever you're using it today for your car, whatever, headlights, whatever. That's what it'll do. That's the first sign. The second one is going to be flickering, which you're going to see a lot of flickering going off, and then the indicator will pop up and tell you it's time to change your lamp. After that, gunshots, because that's what it sounds like. When you ever have a lamp explode on you, I did twice. It sounds like a gunshot going off on the back of your head. No joke. And can you get sharded glassing? Yes, you can, because I've had that actually projector I had turned around. Oh, thank God, man. I was like face to face with that thing. It was standing up the same height that I was. If it exploded, it got me in the face. But anyway, it popped, and shards went to the wall. So, before all that happens, you'll get an indicator will come up. But I ignored the indicator. I kept going back and resetting it, you know. Doing dumb stuff. You know, just got myself killed. So when it tells you, replace. But first thing's going to pop up, your projector's going to go dim. So that's what's going to happen. Alright, we didn't find any glow sticks. Sorry about that. I'm still building my GTA PC. I understand they're going to be in 2026. I'm just going to download all the games from GTA and play them all. I'm going to beat all the games. I'm going to start a marathon and beat all the games. That's what I'm going to do. Starting from the first one, which was actually on the Genesis system, I think. It's the bird's eye view, all the way up. And I'm going to finish San Andreas, which I didn't do yet. It's the only one I didn't finish. Marathon for myself. Until they... Alright, no glue stick for you. Nuggets. Got this all cleaned up, so I'll put this to the side. And at least you can build the base of it, so that's something. Get that finished and get that done. Get this all cleaned up. At least this is all cleaned up and ready to go. Still building on the page right now. Getting that done. I'm going to build me an insane Pac-Man screen out of one of these panels, the see-through panels. And then put a giant Pac-Man display in the background with the power pellets and everything glowing in the dark. I'm building me a customized Pac-Man screen. I did a motorized projection screen. I'm doing a customized, and I'm getting the joystick and everything with it. So I decided that I'm gonna build the PC into it, into the case. So it's gonna be a giant screen and case Pac-Man display with the lights and everything. It's gonna have all the different generations of Pac-Man on it. Everything from Miss Pac-Man, all in one there. It's gonna be the ultimate Pac-Man game. I'm a big fan of Pac-Man game machine. Let me see. We got that on right there. Let's grab this one. Oh, wrong one. This one right here. The Chrissy's. Chrissy's. Have people talk about what are Chrissy's? I've never heard of Chrissy's before. Yeah, Chrissy's have been around for a very long time. I didn't know anything about Chrissy's until I went to a customer. I learned a lot of things from my customers. Everybody do. Customers when told me about a Chrissy projector. So told me this projector. Have you ever heard of Chrissy? I was like, no. I've never heard of the Chrissy. What is it? So it's these high-end projectors, or top-tier projectors. Oh, he told me about how the colors and everything. Gorgeous machine. Since I got one, it's all in stuff. I love Chrissy. We gotta have a cord for you, I know we do. Wrong direction on that one. Alright, so the cables and wires. I had that radio. So yeah, he told me it's a Chrissy projector he bought, and I was like, what the heck is a Chrissy? Heard of everything else. Never heard of Chrissy projectors before. And he told me how he had this really high-end projector. He got it at a flea market for a really good price, but projector was worth more than what they thought it was. A lot more money. Roughly $30,000 or something like that. Something was with there, something crazy for it. I think the lens was like almost 30 grams. Some crazy projector he got. But anyway, took it to a small mom and pop shop to get fixed, and they stole it. Like, they literally packed up and left and stole it. So I'm like, what kind of projector would someone call somebody to pack up their shop? And now I see why. That's why I have a lot of Chrissy's. I love these projectors. Now, funny thing about the LW400, that projector used cost you $50. Brand new, they're $2,000. Without the lens. Alright, we got a cord in here we can use. The wire bag, the epic wire bag. That's why when women sit there and say, well, why do you have all those wires and cables and so forth? And they're like, I'm going to use those. I'm using those. And I'm like, you're not just sitting here. You're never using them. Trust me, we use them. And always go back and get that thingamajig that we need to fix the other thingamajig. We use it. One thing I never had to worry about with any women I did, they never touch my stuff. As long as my parts are laying all over the place, I can understand. You've got parts all over the place and they want to keep their place clean and tidy, and they don't want your parts all over the place. I can see about touching your stuff. But if it's in my spot where I have it at and it's not bothering you, don't touch my stuff. Ah! I could have used this. Oh my goodness. Punching cords. Never have enough of those. Female I met, she was a single mother, and she was so proud of her toolbox. She had herself a toolbox. It was cute. She had tools in it and everything in it. I ain't sit back and say, that's not a real toolbox up to the day. There's not real tools in there. That's a jerk at the minute. Some people are jerks. Yeah, nice toolbox. That's very nice. So I slowly upgraded her toolbox. I would just buy her tools and stuff. Hey, you gotta check this out. You're really gonna like this at the end. This is a really cool tool. Man. Now you can have it. I got another one in the house right now. You can add it to your box. I was upgrading her toolbox. So she had all the black and decorative, the good tools in there. Yeah, I ain't gonna need it anymore. You can keep it if you want to, and I mean, but that's a much better tool. And she'll come out like, yeah, this is way better than the tool I got. There you go. Just right in her box. So different way to do things without belittling someone's pride at the end of the day. Oh my goodness, we got all this cable in here. Look at the cable. Cable, nothing but cable. Look, I got cable. I don't have Comcast, but I have cable. Oh, we just need one cord, man. We need one freaking cord. What is going on today? Like, we just need one thing of everything, and we're just not getting what we need. Is it one of those days that's telling me, Mr. Bird, maybe you need to chill today and just relax? Go out to the park, go to the museum, just chill. But I'm not a person who quits at the end of the day. I get the job done no matter what. Mr. Lord's telling me this. And we got one here. We got a power cord. We have bunches of power cords. Why do we not have a power cord for something? We don't have two of these. We run two of these projectors before. We wouldn't be able to do the duals. We gotta have them in here. We gotta have them in here. I know I got them in here. No, I got to have them in here. We got to have another cord. It's unearthly. We don't have these things. Because we do. That goes in there. I know that's a fact. Let's see that stuff over here. Nah. What are you going into? Hold on a minute. I'm going into power. That's a surge protector. What is that? Ugh, I hate roadblocks. I can't stand roadblocks. I don't function well in roadblocks. I'm not used to that. I'm used to progress, getting it done. Now I got to think and calculate. Where do we have a cord at in this place that we're not using? Because we have to have one in here. I've run multiple projectors in. I know we got them. Nothing there. That one's going to that one right there. Should be one for this one. We can't just have two of these in here. That's $13. I know we got more cords than this. There's no way in the world. I have multiple projectors running out here. Let's go into that one. This one goes to this one. Are you kidding? Didn't we just buy a projector and get a cord with it? And I've literally bought projectors and got cords with them. What did we do with the cords that came with the projectors? What's the day I said me sometimes? I swear. And watch, off camera, I'll find everything. Like, oh, good gracious. Where was that at? Alright, let me see what I do here. I gotta do this out. I'm literally wasting time prepping. Charge my battery up. Prepping. Usually prepping does take some time, but it's frustrating me. Because I'm used to that, I gotta see progress. I have to see progress. If I don't see progress, when I get depressed, I gotta see progress. There's gotta be a cord in here. Got to be one. Gotta have a cord here somewhere. What are you? Yes, progress! Yes, progress. Let's talk my cat all the time. I talk to him occasionally. Tasmanian talk. You only understand Tasmanian talk sometimes. That's what he does. Talk about Tasmanian talk. Here you go. Progress. Never give up. Never. Never. And, I had to walk those hills last year in Allentown. I was out of breath, tired. A couple of times I almost had some simple issues. But we did not give up. We proceeded on. That's when you got to reach deep when there's nothing left. That is the best time. That's the hour of victory. The hour of victory is when you have nothing left. And you got to reach in, you got to find something there. That's the hour of victory. That's when you become your strongest. Become your strongest when there's nothing left to grab onto. That's when you're at your best. And you'll see exactly what you're meant to do. And I've been through that a lot in life. Yep. Refuse to give up. Doctors tell me at the end of the day that I'm going to have an iron lung and all this other crazy nonsense. I said, I don't believe you. Mr. Bird, you start taking these meds every day. I'm not taking them. I don't believe you. I'm going to do what I need to do. I did that already. I took those meds every single day. Got me up to 300 pounds at the end of the day. Couldn't breathe right. Didn't do anything at all, period. I couldn't even breathe when I was taking the medication. It was making me heavier every day. So, no, I will not take your medication. Trust in my Lord and do it His way, what He told me to do. I never forget one time I walked to the doctor's what was going on? I was having chest pains and something else was going on with me. Sorry about that. And he was saying, I went to the doctor, they did all these tests and everything. I've been hearing this for 15 years. Mr. Bird, your white level cells are low. Your blood levels are low. Yeah, I know. Been hearing that for 15 years. Moving on. Well, what's going on? Well, we think you're having some kind of problem with your heart, and it could be heart disease. You know what the Lord told me to do? The Lord said, get up and go. And I left. You know what the Lord told me to do? He told me to go across the street, go get a pack of Tums and some root beer. And that's what I got. You know, I walked home. He told me to walk it home. So I walked it home. I burped all the way home. It was air that was caught under my chest. It was causing me to have the discomfort. By the time I got back home, everything was good. There was nothing wrong with me at all, period. See? What was it? He told me to go across the street, get a pack of Tums and some root beer, and walk home. And that's what I did. Yeah, I burped up everything. By the time I got in the house, I was like, oh, I went skating. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right, now, you're getting some progress done now. Because, man, looking for the glue sticks, which I'm going to find one glue stick. I need a friend that does arts and crafts. So you come over and like, hey Sally, hey George, you got any glue sticks? Mr. Bird, you have an addiction to glue sticks? No, I don't. I can stop anytime I want to. Anytime I want to, I can stop. How dare you? Have me in like some kind of class at the neighbor. I'll sit down on the convention and sit down. Mr. Bird, we need to sit down. What are you doing? What am I doing here? What am I family doing? What am I doing? My mother passed away. What am I mother's doing here? Oh, I don't want to hear that right now because you get in trouble on camera. So no, right now you sit and chill. He's hearing me getting all hyped up. He's excited. I get excited. So I kind of a little bit. It's a good thing you got a problem with glue sticks. I can stop anytime I want to. I bet you got glue sticks on you right now. Yeah, you're a liar. Unzipping glue sticks fall all over the floor. Like, how did they get there? I love glue sticks. I hated them at one point because when I first got glue sticks, everything fell apart. Now they made it much better. So I freaking love glue sticks. I'm addicted to glue sticks and building stuff with glue sticks. We actually built that with glue sticks. But you can't believe I haven't had any sugar today. This is the reason why we do not drink coffee. That's why, because we're automatically hyped up from the door. All right. We don't got anything hooked up to this bird. Okay. There we go. That was a short trip to mental sanity. Let me see. Yep. HDMI cables. Do we have them? I literally just had a bunch of HDMI cables in my hand. We need them. Sorry about that, people. Monkeys. Oh, we put them back in the box of doom. You're never going to find them in there. Put this up right here. All right, it's going to get hot in there. I got to open up the door. Oops, cooked. No, you're going to chill, because I know you. I know you 100%. I know you too well. I should. I raised you. And he gets mad, he does this, huh. When he gets mad, he does it. He does it, huh. Because he wants to get in trouble. You and your shenanigans. The next cat I'm getting, well, I can't get a cat. I forgot. He don't like cats. I can't have one because of him. He don't like cats. He likes dogs. So we're getting ourselves another. When I move from my other place, because I told you I'm going to be up in the woods. That's where I want to be at. Up in the woods. Up in the valley with my green giant. So that right there is hopefully our fire stick kicks. Fire stick kicks. There we go. We should be way brighter than that. At freaking 3,600 lumens? Yeah, way brighter than that. YouTube. You heard me. YouTube. Or we just gonna start the day off denying commands, huh? Hit her again. Make sure she's reading. YouTube. Okay. Looks bright to you? That's not bright. That's actually super dim. That's supposed to be way brighter than that. That is a 3,600 lumen ultra short throw. It's sitting right there on top of the screen. But this one's at a distance. Watch this. This is in eco mode at 25. Need I say any more? Yeah. I've been doing this business for a very long time. I've had dozens and dozens of these projectors. I know everything about them inside and out, how to repair them, fix them. I used to have 5 of them at one point. Yeah, that's a 3,600 lumens. That thing should be way brighter than this because there's no distance. So this thing is halfway across the room right here. It's at 2,500 lumens in eco mode, and it's brighter than that projector at 36 sitting right on top of the screen. That's how I know. So the reason why I did that on camera is because we'll have people come and go, oh, he's just basically because this product doesn't work on ultra short throw. I already know what you're going to think before you're going to think it. Man, I back up everything I do. That's why I'm not the type of person to walk into a courtroom with, because I back up everything I do. You will get your shirt taken in a courtroom with me. Yeah, my goodness. They never learn. They never learn that the destruction that will come your way for challenging Mr. Bud. Remember, I like the guy on freaking, whatchamacallit says, never tangle with Mr. Wolf. And freaking whatchamacallit, and World War Z. I know my stuff, man. I'm doing this for you, man. I can see a lamp that's about to go before the indicator pops up. I can tell. So this is a projector that's in eco mode, and I'll show you. I'll put an eco mode for you. You'll see it right here. See my settings. Let's see, it sits in whisper. So everything here, 0, whisper mode, all in 0, right? So this projector is doing 2,500 lumens. When this one over here does 36, which should be far brighter than this one, and look how close this is to the screen. Is this projector in eco mode? No, it's not in eco mode at all, period. So that means this is at 3,600 lumens, and this one's at 25. And that's far brighter than this one. That shouldn't be. That ultra short should be brighter than this projector. But the reason why, because the lamp is dying. It's dull. That's why. And I could see that without using that projector. Because you know why? I've done this for a long time. I've had those projectors. I know what to look for. So when the projector starts acting up, I can tell before the indicator tells me that something wrong with the projector. I already know. The one thing about it is when you're making screen paints, here's the important thing. Do you know how your machine? Do you know your machine? Not one machine. Do you know your machines? Because I had multiple projectors. I know how to fix them and
basically replace parts on them. And I know all the indicator signs that pop up. When those lights pop up, especially when you do with venues, and venues will have like 5 or 6 lights staring in the face, indicator lights, you gotta know what that stuff means. So if you're working a job and you're basically using home projectors, and you have to be at a place where they want you to work with a venue, how is that going to work for you if you've never been around a venue? You don't know how to work those things. So you're going to have to know more than you think you know. It's not easy just going around splashing some paints and be at a dark environment. You have to know these machines. So if you come in and you see a screen, your image is not coming up correctly, you'll check out the projector and you can see that it's dim. Like, okay, you need a lamp in here. Or the indicator's not coming on yet, but I can tell. I can put a flashlight and overshadow your screen until you look, see, it's too dim. Flashlight would never be able to overpower that. You have to know your stuff. So there's a new fear unlocked for people who want to make screen paints. Yeah, you can't be on there with your projector. You have to be on multiple machines. And multiple machines, you have to know how to troubleshoot and fix these machines. I'll be on the same thing over and over again. So yeah, there you go. That's the reason why I could tell it was dimming. Because again, the long throw we have here, extended long throw at that, can overshadow a projector of 3600 lumens ultra short throw that sits on top of the screen. We have to explain this to the naysayers. They don't get this one too well. Distance throw, because you use ultra short throws too much. Distance throw. So, the lighting in the environment, watch this. Now, you see how we got the area fully lit? You see how, I gotta explain this. We'll explain this to the customer because customers will show you too. But mostly to naysayers that don't do their job correctly. I gotta come here and educate you as much as I possibly can. Because I go watch your YouTube videos. I do. I literally go in and watch your videos. See what you're all about. And I've just seen enough crap, I'll log out. I don't want to see your stuff anymore because you don't know what you're talking about. So, you see the projector we have here at 3600 lumens? You see how it strikes our screen? We're going to do some demonstrations on this today. We got to have some fun with this. So anyway, so at 3600, at 4000, what this projector does, having eco mode means now it's at roughly at 2500 lumens. Look it up on the specification on what the eco mode is for the Chrissy LW400, which is 25. At 25, we're traveling through 24,000 lumens of light over top of us, right? And it's able to strike that screen and pick up an image with no problem because of our technology. Of course, if I put paper or anything up there, it's not going to read correctly, which we'll show you in a few minutes. So, the projector sitting in front of it, which is ultra short throw, which has a less of distance, which means it will keep more of the 3000 lumens or 36,000 lumens that's connecting to that screen because it has a shorter distance throw. With the projector we have at a farther distance will lose more due to the fact that it has to travel farther and due to the fact that the light that's in the environment will have a bigger impact as it's traveling from A to B. Do you explain any of this in your videos? No, you do not. You know why? Because again, I come in and I watch your videos. You don't know what you're doing. Like literally, if I had to come to your class, and this was college, to get a degree in projector, I don't know, what do you call it, science, whatever you want to call it in the day, I would leave your class because you don't know what you're talking about. You're not qualified to be selling products. But anyway, let's get back to this. So anyway, there you go right there. So right now, if I take this projector and block it, you need something to block it with. You're going to find something to block it. You got stuff all up in this kit. All up in here. Here we go. I don't want anything too high because I block this stuff. Now, you see how all the images come out? That tells me at the end of the day that that projector at 3600 lumens, that's in full, not even eco mode, is not reading correctly because it should be coming up much brighter than that because it has less of a distance throw and it's 3600 lumens. It should be reading just as bright as this projector that just hit it, but a little bit brighter. That's how I know the lens is the lamp is about to go. So probably a week from now, I'll start getting the flickering. Once the flickering pops up, I'll start receiving the little notification. Time to change the lamp. That ultra short though has the advantage point. Less of a distance throw. When I take the Pico projector and we pull them back, and you'll see it diminish. When I bring it up close, it picks up sharper and brighter because you're right on top of the screen. That's why. That's why if you're in an ultra short throw projector and you're in a dark environment, that is a major, major red flag. Your stuff is not working. you should be able to read way better than any other projector because you're right on top of the screen. For instance, you're in a drive-thru, right? There's a menu there, right? What are the odds of you reading the menu 10 cars back? You're not going to see that, right? But if you're right on top of it, how much better will you see the menu? You'll see it crystal clear, right? Same scenario when it comes to distance fill and projector and lumen counts. This is why when I see ultra short those with 4,000, 5,000 lumens, the only time a projector is 4,000, 5,000 lumens, unless they're commercials. Unless they're using that projector for commercial use, because the lighting in commercial use is going to be much harsher than what you're going to have in the home use. In the home use, a projector, truthfully, for ultra short show, could be at 1,000. 1,000 lumens is all you're going to need. And the problem is, the reason why people think at the end of the day they need higher lumen counts is because they can't see the image correctly. No, that's your screen doing that. If you up the lumen count on your projector to 4,000, what happens is your screen can't absorb 4,000 lumens sitting on top of it. Heck, it can't even absorb the lumens in the environment right now. So with that being the case, that's what's washing your screen out at a rapid pace. It's the high lumen count and leaning against your screen. That's the problem. And the screen can't absorb it. So that's why your colors wash out, everything fades, everything just is not there, and it's much better when it's darker in the environment. Because mind you, your screen is going to be dealing with the stress of the environment and now the stress of the projector. That's what goes on. Now projectors that's why I said 36 4,000 lumens is not needed on ultra short throws. You're already there. You don't need that much power. You need power when it comes to a long throw. A long throw sitting back at a farther distance is going to have to travel a farther distance to go from A to B, and depending on how much light is in the environment, is how much is going to be left over by that projector makes it to here to there. When somebody gets a 10,000, 20,000 lumen projector, they're not getting it for to be able to show an image that's going to go from A to B. They're thinking about the sacrifice field. How many lumens am I going to lose from this projector by the time it finally makes to the screen? Now, mind you, say the screen needs a minimum requirement of 2,000 lumens in order to generate, right? Just a minimum. Whatever you got going on in that environment, how much light you have per square inch, you're going to have to make sure that you have a minimum of 2,000 that strikes that screen or your image won't pop. That's what goes on when they do the calculations for venues. So you have to know what you're talking about. When you get into a room with some people who've had this machine, they know this machine, you're also going to have to know that machine, that environment, how much light you have per square inch, where it's traveling from A to B, what it's needed to pick up from here to there. And that comes down to a screen that makes whether or not that thing is going to work or not. Let's show you something here. So you get the naysayers on camera talking about the quality. No, forget that. Explain to me why this is happening, that's happening, what's the cause and effect, what is needed to, yeah, whatever. They don't do their jobs correctly. Poor jobs, poor jobs at it. That's not enough for me. Explain it to me. You gotta know your stuff, man. Gotta know your stuff. Oh. What is going on? Wait a minute. I got, oh, we got a block there. I forgot. That's on the projector. We can't remove that. All right. This has, which one are we on here? It's coming from somewhere. It is which one? I keep playing music. I gotta figure where it's coming from. It's coming from there. Perfect, better. All right, there we go. Now, I'll take a white surface. Our screen's not in the equation. This is your screen now. All right, that's your screen. See? This is what kind of stuff you got to be to back up in your technology. See how we have the lights on? So, say if you do have the requirement, you can go the distance, right? You can travel across 24,000 lumens of light in the ceiling, okay? You can travel past that. And you got 4,000 in the projector. We're using 25. By the time we reach the destination of that screen, we have to have a certain amount of lumens to get the white screen to activate. Say the white screen requires 3,000 to activate, or maybe 2,000 to activate. Say 2,000 to activate. All right, 2,000. All right, so we have to be able to keep a lot of that intact before we make it to that screen, depending on how far we're going to be back from the screen. Say we only roughly can reach the screen at under 1,000 lumens because what's going on in the environment. Most likely, in most demonstrations, they wouldn't advise me to use a projector of 4,000. I'll be looking at a projector at roughly between 10 to 20,000 for this environment in order to run properly. That's what would be needed because I need a higher sacrifice field in order to reach a screen that may require a 2,000 or 1,000 because you can literally lose that many lumens. Your lumen count is going to drop off like the equivalence of putting butter on a frying pan. That's how fast your lumen count will continue to drop as you travel. The farther the distance, the faster the lumen count. By the time you make it to the screen, you may not have nothing left. So that screen's going to have a high enough gain to pick up whatever's left over, put it all back together, produce a proper image, and push it right back at you. What you're seeing here in the demonstration, you're watching this travel from A to B, make contact with our screen, read the image. Make contact with the white surface, doesn't read. That's what happens in the world of projection. When people come on and explain this to you, they don't tell you that. Well, we got color here, we got contrast, we got the lights on, lights are off. Look at the beautiful colors, look at the contrast. That ain't mean jack to me. You didn't tell me anything at all in that demonstration. Tell me why, what's going on? What's the physics that's going on in this environment that's causing A to B, the cause and effect, the transfer and reactions? Tell it to me, explain it to me. I'm getting nothing back from them because they don't know what they're doing. So that's what you're seeing when you see an image fires and hits the screen, comes back. Usually in this environment, for how much light we have in here, we're not supposed to be at 4,000. We're not supposed to be at 25. We're supposed to be way over that. And we can operate here with no problem. Now the ultra short throw should be picking up much better than this because that's right on top of the screen. It doesn't have a longer distance though, and it's at a whopping 3,600 lumens. So lamp's about to go. Now, take out the lights, which now you don't have the lights in the environment anymore. And that means now, at the end of the day, the ultra short though has a better chance of picking up, even though the lamp is dead and about to die on it, but still, it picks up better. Now, if it picks up better at 3,600 lumens, that means if I take that away, is that going to overpower this projector? No, because the lamp is dying on that. That's supposed to be way brighter than that. That is definitely too dim. And I'll show you why. Watch this. Bam! See? Do I know my stuff or do I know my stuff? There you go. That is projection 101, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're going to have seminars this week, next week, and a week before that, and online seminars we're definitely going to have. Thank you. Thank you very much. Got to know your stuff. That's why when I see you on camera screaming at ceilings and laughing and kind, you don't know what you're doing. You're circus clowns. That's what you are. I don't know whether to laugh at you or throw peanuts at you. I don't know which way to go with it. You don't know what you're doing on camera. But anyone else, other people at the end of the day, yeah, if your lamp is coming up really, really dim and you haven't seen the indicator pop off, none of that, that's the early process and stages of your lamp about to go. It's when it starts to dim. It's like, you turn your lights on and for some reason they seem dull, like not the same lighting you're used to seeing. Yeah, your lights are about to blow out. The next thing you know, it'll be flickering in there like your areas is going through a freaking poltergeist effect. What the frick is that light flickering for now? It's about to pop on you. There we go. Hey, sit there and talk about his philosophy. Man, you don't know Jack. Parte, it's his philosophy. You don't know Jack, man. I posted his videos, and once he comes out there saying he knows stuff today, I posted them to several forums. They're in there cracking like, what? Where did this freaking circus ride come from? He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know. I think some people feel that, look, if we put on our freaking graduation's outfit, or maybe we put on a, I don't know, and we can put a chalkboard behind the back of us, and we talk in a certain manner, people know what we're talking about. People who know what they're talking about can smell crap a mile away. Can't back it up. And I post some sites, and people are like, what the freak is he in there talking about? He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even know what gain range is. Gee, I'm not bringing that up as much as I possibly can, because that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I've been in this business for a long time. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I see projectors trying to do that nonsense. It has 2 different types of lumen counts on it. But wait a minute. No, there doesn't projectors that you have 2 types of lumen counts on them. Christie's and Barco's, Ronco's they have 2 lamps in them. They can switch their lumen counts. I've seen those before. But a screen? And the reason why, if you look at the lumen count, because they can switch between lower and higher lumens because they have 2 lamps in these projectors. 2 lamps in the projector. Where you got a screen paint that doesn't have any special crystals or anything. It doesn't have packages, special crystals that went with it. The boost the lumen count. No, it's the same paint. That's like me saying, hey, look, if you paint the wall, the paint's blue. But if you paint it vertical, it turns green. Or if you have a car and you drive over 60 miles an hour, it turns orange. What would you do at the end of the day if you were in a dealership and someone walked over and had that conversation with you? You would back away slowly. You wouldn't even make eye contact. I think he's lost his marbles. There's no way in the world I'm trusting that guy with freaking on financing on a car. You would think that was bonkers. This guy came out on YouTube and literally told people that his screen had 2 gains, and the gains he's described they're not even real. 0.85? Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea what a 0.85 would happen if you hit that with 4,000, even 2,500 lumens, 1,000 lumens you strike that with? Yeah, you won't have your retinas no more. You'll be coming out there looking like Radiant from freaking Mortal Kombat. You're supposed to be all white up in the front. There's no way in the world. No. Please, no. No. Where did he get the game from? That guy was about like, where the frick did he get this game from? That's first. No. No, no, no. 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 We need a giant fly tablet for that one. Gee whiz Louise. But you know, that's how people are sometimes. Some people are like that, like they feel that everybody in the world we're just stupid, and if we talk proper enough and we don't explain anything properly, then you know we can fool them. He reminds me of those companies that come out that don't exactly tell you what they sell. You ever seen those before? But they have like these crazy commercials and all this little split and glamour. They don't back anything up, and they're just talking about this product, but they never tell you what the product is. That's what he reminds me of. I got a feeling he worked for maybe some kind of teleprop or telecom or whatever system at the end of the day. Because, yeah, that's not going to happen. So I posted game range to a couple of forum sites, and they were like, this is a joke, right? And I was like, no, it's not a joke. It's actually a real existing page. He said, nah, you're playing with us. No, it's a real page. There's a link. Go check it out. And they came back like, oh, my goodness. Where's the YouTube channel at? They built a YouTube channel. They came back crying and laughing. Like, he doesn't. He's selling this stuff? Yeah. That's why also, too, he's been blocking states left and right because people from forum sites have been contacting and trying to get their hands on it to bring it over there for their site to test it. Even the guy who did the review of this product, he didn't mention anything about gain range. I emailed him a couple of times asking him, what about that gain range? He never responded back because he don't even know what it is. I'll just make it up as we go. That's what we'll do. We'll get on camera and nobody will know because everybody's stupid. We're smarter than everyone else. It's kind of like what he treated y'all. Like y'all idiots. They won't even never know. They'll never know. No one's going to know. No one's going to know. I told you, we got pictures of the Frankenstein. We got pictures. Remember, which one allowed us to load pictures up? Now we can load pictures up. We got dozens and dozens of pictures of the Frankenstein failing miserably in testing, whatever you call it, testing, whatever you call it. You put it to a window. Oh my goodness, that's house paint. House paint does that. I'll post it today. I'll show it. I'm gonna put the little thing in it. No one's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. No one's gonna know. Yeah, he literally thought this was a passable paint. This was a win paint, a win product. Yeah, we'll show you the pictures. You won't find these pictures anywhere. Heck, you can't even find the original videos we had. We deleted all of them off this account, trying to hide them. We got everything. We'll post them. We'll show you. Now, mind you, for the individual who had this, if you get mad over this, upset, what are you getting mad about? You shot the video, right? When you shot the video, what was your intention when you shot the video? To prove that your product worked. So how can you get angry over something that you posted to show that your product worked? If you weren't satisfied with it, you would have never posted the video, right? All right then. So if you get angry, you just out yourself as we said what you are. You're a scammer. Why would you get mad about something that you posted, a video that's been up there for quite some time, like that video with the matching the house paint? That was up there for like 6 months. We broke it all down and showed you exactly what he was doing. I don't know why y'all didn't pick up. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I got to scratch my head on that one. I have no idea how no one picked up on that. Those paints are matching. Come on. I think some people picked up on it. That's why we didn't find any customers after those videos were shot. We couldn't find any more customers. I think they caught on to it. But some of the people in the comment section like, really? Well, here's the thing. Since you're that easy to be swindled, I've got this bridge over in Brooklyn that you're going to absolutely love. Now, I know real estate's kind of expensive and crazy right now, but I'm going to give you a fantastic deal. Not only am I going to sell you the Brooklyn Bridge, but I'm going to throw in the Statue of Liberty and, hear me out, in the Liberty Bell for free. I just need a low payment of $50,000 and it's all yours. You would have been one of those candidates back then. It was a guy he's a guy who sold the Brooklyn Bridge over 50 times. He sold it for $50,000 back then. You'd have been one of those victims easily. Because someone was out there brought out screen paint and you couldn't tell that the screen paint, you literally thought those were two different. Oh, they could have easily got you back then. You would have easily got a cool 50 out of you easy. Easy. You'd have bought that bridge and so much more. You probably would have bought the Statue of Liberty, the Russian Monument. You'd have bought all that stuff, man. You'd have bought everything. The Eiffel Tower, you'd have bought it all. That'd have got you good. Okay, we're done with this. I got to prove that point already, so we're done. I got to do this whole thing with this dull lamp now. Got to work with that. Let me turn this off right here. What do we know? That's how you know your whatchamacallit is about to go. So when that lamp looks like that, and mind you, that's the same type of projector that I had over in the carrying place, which is much brighter than this. And I was able to run that thing anywhere I want. See, the lamp is about to go. But the good thing about it is, the lamps for them are cheap. They're not expensive, so that's good. So it only cost me like $50 for the lamp. So you can get another one, pop it in there, and we'll do some more demonstrations of it, because I need the ultra short though, because we have the invisible black technology, we need it for that. We have the invisible screens, we need it for that, because I want to run ultra short applications, because we want to do like TV style screens. That's what we're doing next. I'm going to be testing out that new black technology. We can stick projectors behind it, and it just basically just shows you the image, and the projector just disappears. So we want to start showing those off. So I need to have that machine fixed. So we'll get the lamp, we'll pop it open, pull everything out, and we'll show you right from there. Pretty much same basic. So let's get this one done. Come back in. We have to make sure the white levels, everything reads correctly. Definitely don't want to match in black paint, but the black paint. Oh. See that stuff I got to do, people? See this stuff I got to do for you? See what I do for you? Do all that for you. But yeah, that's what they're supposed to be explaining to you in these videos, you know. Everything I just told you just a few minutes ago, that's what you're supposed to do. They're supposed to explain it to you. But they don't, because they don't know what they're doing on camera. That's why we don't see them in forum sites. And forum sites will ask you all those questions. More than just, if you think at the end of the day, I'm going to get into this field and do this and do that, you're going to have to know your machines. You're going to have to know your environment. You're going to have to know your product. You got to back it up on every level. You're going to be asked all types of questions. You're going to be put a lot of pressure will be on you every single day. You have to be able to go through it. You have to know your stuff. And the best way to learn your craft, form sites, because those people are going to ask you the most difficult, complicated questions, and they're going to gang up on you, they're going to jump on you, they're going to try to discredit you in every way possible. You're going to have to survive all that. I can survive on any form site we go on, because we develop technology for every freaking level. We know our stuff. And yeah, bring it. I'll be posting stuff. I just be waiting for that one person to pop up and say something, man. The onslaught begins. Drop an entire page of testing on. Somebody say, you test? I got a whole entire page. What do you think the pages we have on here called the test page? It's an entire page. Over 1,000 demonstrations sit on that page. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pictures. That page is stacked. So when someone's talking trash, I just drop the whole link on. Here you go. That's my testing. Some of it. Our YouTube channel, over 12,000 in testing. Here you go. They don't never contact us back. You'll be there all day long going through that. We know that. Get yourself a large. First thing I type at the bottom, I hope you got a large cup of coffee, because you're going to need it. And I'll send over that link and they'll be like, oh shoot, it's a whole freaking page. There you go. That's what we do. What we do. What we do. I tell you, I'm so disappointed, man. I was really looking forward to that freaking root beer float. I outgrew it. You know what I mean? You eat something you think you want, and then you find like you're really not really hyped about it like it used to be a long time ago. It didn't do anything for me. I wonder if I get orange ice cream and cream soda. That sounds pretty good. It's kind of a shame, 'cause I really like root beer. But you outgrow tastes. Everybody does that. You know what I mean? And you find things at the end of the day that you thought you would never eat that you'll find absolutely fantastic, like spinach quiche, which I couldn't stand at one point, and now I freaking love it. I love spinach quiche. All right. We got to get cracking, Jackson. So what do we got here for time? Not bad, not bad. We're at 9:19 right now. Let's get on here and get this ultra short throw demonstration done and completed. Get that finished. And then we got to come back and do it again when the lamp comes in. We got to repeat the process all over again. But this time, I'm hoping I have my certifies in so I can do that with some certifies. We got to change it up. I mean, I don't want to do the same repeat that we did already. I want to do the repeat again and something harder on top of that to make it much more funner. That's what we're going to do. And our flash drive is corrupted, so now I got to go in and get another flash drive, upload those videos, load that on that flash drive, get that to boot so I can walk around Allentown with that theater on the go screen. We got one coming in, we're going to code it, and I'm going to show it all over Allentown and record. It's so much fun, people. We're having so much fun. And we got the new, wait, is this Friday already? Hopefully it's not. And I got a launch day coming up. Oh shoot, I keep forgetting about this stuff at the end of the day. Because right now, this stuff is almost done. We're almost finished with our testing, and now my brain's already connected to something else. So what you saw sitting on the table yesterday is something the new screen we're working on. And yeah, you can game off them too, by the way. They come in multiple colors. Actually involves the fluorescence. The fluorescence. And let me see. How many microphones are there on this side? I'm gonna get 2 sets of microphones. I swear we need 2 sets of microphones. I think that's what time I gotta do. What the heck does today's date have to do with a Rolex? Really? Seriously? Come on, man. So, I gotta look into that. Oh, it's Thursday. Whew. For a minute, I thought I was on the date that I had to do the work, because I'm still working on stuff at the end. I'm not even done yet. But we gotta get it all squeezed in the day. So, this, and we gotta do certified screens. Certified screen we have over there, we can't use it on ultra short throw because it doesn't work on ultra short throw. It only works on long throws. Right there. And that's another reason why I find crazy about screens that cost you $4,000 and $5,000 and $7,000. And I can't use a $7,000 screen on an ultra short throw if I want to. No, you got to go to a special screen for that. That's what they do. All right. Ugh. What are we on this? White screen saver. Gee, man, talk about dull. Dull ain't the word for it. Ugh. Dull is definitely not the word for it. Yeah, we gotta get them doing. Whether the projector is functioning or not, we need to see if that thing is reading. Where the freak is the black t-shirt at? That's one thing now. Nice. Okay. Ugh. Summer winds come blowing in. 4K snow screensavers. Across the sea, lingers there. Do do do. So you see the black paint doesn't read on ultra short throw projector, t-shirt doesn't read on ultra short throw projector, and the white surface itself can make the ultra short throw projector on our technology unwatchable. Do you have any idea how easy this demonstration is? It's an ultra short throw, it's sitting on top of the screen. Like it better we gotta do is at 350 lumens at a distance. Or an eco mode at a distance. Well, once we get the new lamp in here, we got to up the ante because we have to make it super hard. So the object of this, we want to make sure that screen, when it picks up an ultra short throw, long throw, whatever heck we throw at it, that it doesn't match the fabric we have, which is a t-shirt, doesn't match the black paint, and that the white surface can't make it unwatchable. So what happens is sometimes when people try to cheat us out of our product, what they do is they'll take a white surface, stick it next to our product, and show that our screen came out ultra dark, exactly the same color as that black paint in that t-shirt, which tells us at the end of the day, that's not our paint. You're using black paint, and you're claiming to be ours. At that particular point, we don't even bother to pay for anymore. We just get lawyers involved. Let's show the batch number verification violation from the board. We have to get an attorney involved in that. Now, what they're going to request for you is going to request you to ship the item back to us. Because we're going to take the same pictures, we'll ask you for your pictures, send pictures, and we're going to try to compare them to the pictures that you made the claim on. Mind you, as a bachelor verification sitting on top of it that was tested on the same test we have here before it was sent to you. Just in case if anybody gets any bright ideas. That means automatically violation of a bachelor, which is a $1 million penalty if you basically are guilty when you're found guilty of basically doing this. Now, most customers we deal with at the end of the day, we don't have that problem. They buy it, they set it up, they're happy with it, nice, they take it outside, do a bunch of testimony, send it to us, we upload the videos. And we have companies involved in this, and we cooking up their stuff at the end of the day, so, you know, da-da-da-da-da. But you always had those particular individuals, and that's why I tell people, in any business that you get into, not everybody is going to like what you do. That's not going to happen. You can't satisfy all the people. And you are going to find people at the end of the day that are going to try to get over on you. That's all part of business. You have to be prepared for all that. You have to know your product. Stand by your product, because you're going to have those that are going to try to challenge, get over you. You know, people in the restaurant business go through some crazy stuff. There are people that bring roaches in and put it in their food and claim that it came from their restaurant. All kinds of stuff. Glass. I mean, you ever sit down with a person who owns a restaurant and you hear some of the crazy stuff they've gone through, and you'd be shocked. Like, really? Like, yeah. I had somebody one time bring a roach in and put it in the food and claim it came from them. And You could have the best restaurant, you can be serving good food, take care of your people, you know, the whole 9 yards, but you have those people that are coming to your establishment and do that. Okay. Right screen. Well, you'll have people that will do that. And unfortunately, that's what some people do. Some people look at a business, people work hard for a company as an opportunity to steal from someone. See that? It doesn't match our product in any way whatsoever. We can read higher, of course, than a black paint and fabric, because our stuff doesn't do that. You'll be coming out in a few minutes. Should have nicknamed you Mr. Shenanigans. Mr. Shenanigans. He gets in some shenanigans, you don't believe. Now it says in our demonstrations next to our products that because it's a darker screen, the white levels will drop a tad. They're supposed to because the screen's darker. But it's not going to look like anything like this and this, because if it looks like that, then that's not going to work for us at all. It won't even function right correctly. Oh, crap. Weren't we supposed to do a separate video for this? We were supposed to do a separate video for this. We'll be back. I got to do a separate video for this one. Got to go and God bless.